It is Monday, July 8th, 12:02 a.m., and we're back for episode 5 of the Function Podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Alex.
And today we will be doing some different kind of stuff, since there's not too much going on in the sports world besides the DeMar DeRozan trade, which let's talk about that first. How do we feel?
You hate it, man.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Why?
There's no fit.
There's a veteran now, though, on the Sacramento Kings.
I don't like it.
Why not?
Because it's all for the fans, giving them hope for no reason. They're not going to win. They're barely going to make the playoffs, if that. And, yeah. They did get him for cheap, though.
You don't think the Kings are going to be even close to a ring?
Not even close.
I mean, not this year, not next year.
Not ever.
Ever.
They should have got somebody that could play with De'Aaron Fox and DeMontis Sabonis. And they failed.
There's always next year, man.
They could have got Klay Thompson. Why not go for Klay Thompson?
How much is his contract?
Less than DeMar.
Yeah.
And, hey, honestly, good luck to you, Kings.
I don't like the move either of them. I don't like the move that much either. But at the same time, I don't know really where DeMar DeRozan really would have fit in 100%.
A bad team.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Bulls. That's where you fit in.
Yeah. They you know what? The Bulls should have went for him, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
Surely.
Anyway,
and before we continue talking about our other stuff, let's give our shout-outs really quick.
Yes, I do want to shout out a special lady. Her name's Ariana Fiend, not Fine.
Fiend.
Ariana Fiend.
And what does she do? What is she getting shouted out for?
She is an upcoming future neurosurgeon.
Mm-hmm.
She is... I don't even know what she is, to be honest. She just posts on Instagram.
She's a girl.
She's a girl.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to shout her out.
Respect. And I would like to shout out Avery. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Avery.
It is July 8th, which is your birthday. I just got a notification about it 2 minutes ago. So...
Happy birthday.
Dylan, say happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Avery.
There we go. Okay, now...
All the shout-outs are gone.
Let's talk about our things. Tonight, we decided to do something new. Inspired... Hold on, I'm going to check. Because I don't want to get like... I don't want to be a dick and just take people's stuff. First off, inspired by all sports culture...
Okay.
We have our top 5 contenders.
On Instagram, All Sports Culture.
All Sports Culture. Shout out to them. We are inspired by them for our first thing, which will be our top 5 contenders in the major sports for the upcoming and current season in the MLB. So,
The MLB first?
Sure. Which sport would you like to start off on? The MLB.
The MLB because it's kind of like currently happening.
It is currently happening. So you can do your top 5 first, because you're more up to date with the MLB than I am.
I don't think anybody questions that the Dodgers are the number 1 contender this year.
Oh, I was starting off at 5.
Oh, we're starting off at 5. Okay, so you guys know my top 1. Number 5, they're currently out of the playoff picture, I'm pretty sure, but the Houston Astros, they started off pretty slow.
They're 46 and 44.
They started off, they're under 500 for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're heating up as, summer goes on. And they'll be in the playoffs. And their experience matters. And they're going to probably be in contention again. Thoughts? If you know any Astros.
I don't like the Astros as a pick, but if they get in the playoffs, they're always a dangerous team. They are currently, how many games? They're 3 games out of a playoff spot. They're behind the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox.
They're 2 games behind in their division. So they might not need the wild card.
They are 3 games back in the division. 3 games back of the Mariners.
Okay, so, yeah.
The Rangers aren't doing that good, just realized.
Horrible.
Hey, they got the ring,
Terrible.
though. They got the ring, though. They got the ring.
My 4th team's the Phillies. Self-explanatory pick there. They're hungry. And they're winning that division in
They want some cheesesteak.
My number 3 is the Yankees. As a Blue Jays fan, I hate that pick, but they got the hitters. And if they don't go cold in October, man, they might win it all. Number 2 are the Orioles. Again, as a Blue Jays fan, fucking despise it. But they're better than the Yankees, at least. And they're better than the Phillies and Astros, in my opinion. And if they stay healthy, the only thing that hurts them is that they're young.
Mm-hmm.
But they're young, but
they got phenomenal. They got that playoff experience last year.
They're phenomenal. And, of course, number 1, the Dodgers.
Yep. All right.
No other words, but the Dodgers. That's it.
In my number 5 spot is the Cleveland Guardians. Currently
Interesting.
the best team in the American League. And I'm surprised they weren't on your list. I
Not
don't.
a believer.
The Astros being ahead of the Guardians is a bit.
Not a believer.
Hey,
In the Guardians.
and then the top 4, you already said everything that needed to be said. My number 4 is the Philadelphia Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is the Baltimore Orioles. My number 2 is the New York Yankees. And my number 1 is the Los Angeles Dodgers, the super team.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's a good list.
That's a. We have a very. That's
The
probably.
Guardians, their only problem is they've never been there. That division is kind of a fluke because whenever they reach the playoffs, that division is always eliminated first for a reason.
That's why they're number 5. That's why they're number 5.
Exactly.
But I had to put them there.
So yeah,
So which sport do you want to move on to next?
NBA.
I feel like. Okay, how about this? We'll do NHL next because you don't know that much about NHL. I didn't know that much. I know about MLB, but I'm not like.
Okay, we do NHL.
You want to go first? Or should I go first?
You can go first.
All right. Sneaking in at number 5. Only. It might be just the off-season hype. But with the great additions in free agency, the Nashville Predators are my number 5 team. Number 4. Last year's runner-up, the Edmonton Oilers. I don't see them making it back-to-back years, though. I don't know if the Oilers will get back to there in the next 2-3 years. I don't know if they'll ever get back. But I'll have them at number 4 for now. Number 3, the New York Rangers. My family is huge Rangers fans, so I know a lot about them. I'm not a Rangers fan, though, but I know a lot about them. Their time's running out. Speaking of which, the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes did not make my top 5.
What?
The Hurricanes did not make my top 5. Number 2. Well, first, the Hurricanes didn't make it because I don't know. I'm a believer, but not as much as anymore. They're like the Bills. Every year I took the Hurricanes or the Bills to win the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup, and never did it. I'm done with it. Number 2, the Dallas Stars. That Stars team is nasty, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win next year. And number 1, the current champions, the Florida Panthers.
Actually,
The Florida Panthers. I don't see them winning again, but they're until you can't. I don't see
to me,
the Florida Panthers are number 1.
to me, they're not in my top 5.
The Panthers aren't in your
Panthers
top
aren't in my
5.
top 5.
That's
They might be 6.
That's insane. Let me hear your
They might be
top.
6.
I need to hear your top 5 now. That's insane.
I have the Rangers,
At number 5.
the Oilers at 4.
Okay, we got 2 there.
Got the Hurricanes at 3.
Okay.
At 2, I have the Stars.
Okay. Who's your number 1?
The Bruins.
You really think the
I'm a
Bruins?
big Bruins believer this next year. For right now.
I almost had the Bruins.
Subject to change.
The Bruins were my 6. The Hurricanes were my 7.
Okay.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way,
Okay.
let's talk about NBA. Since we're in
Let's
June.
talk about NBA.
Okay. You go first.
So, the current champion. Fuck. No, I'm not going to start off with 1 again.
Yes.
The current runner-up.
Number 5.
Number 5. The addition of Klay Thompson will keep him relevant.
Dallas
The
Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks. 4. An Eastern Conference team. The New York Knicks.
Okay.
At 4. Because this is their best shot, man.
Okay.
And they'll go for it. Number 3. OKC Thunder.
Okay.
Number 2. The Denver Nuggets. There we go. Number 1, the current champion, Boston Celtics.
This is kind of insane.
What?
My number 5 is the New York Knicks.
Okay.
I'm not a full believer, but I couldn't think of many other teams. I forget who I had, if not the Knicks. Oh, I had the Pelicans at 6.
Okay.
Not the Knicks.
That's a dark horse kind of sleeper pick.
The Pelicans.
In a way.
I've said this I think I've said this every episode. If the Pelicans are healthy, the Pelicans are a contender.
They are good.
That's why they're 6. But the Knicks are 5. Number 4 is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are still rebuilding. Not rebuilding, but they're still young, and they were the number 1 seed.
They're pretty fucking good.
The Thunder are going to win at least 3 championships within the next 12 years. At least 3. Number 3 is the Minnesota Timberwolves. You didn't have the wait. Who's your 5 again?
Mavs, Knicks.
Oh yeah, you had the Mavs. I had the Timberwolves at number 3. I'm not going to spoil anything, but as of right now, don't be surprised if my 2025 NBA champions are the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards allegedly was it a porn star or is it just somebody pregnant?
I don't know.
And whenever that, and I don't know why, just for some reason, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, the Timberwolves are winning the championship this year.
Imagine.
So trust.
Just because of that?
Number 2, the current champions, the Boston Celtics.
Number 2.
There's one team there is one team that I think if they actually faced the Celtics in a 7-game series, that the Celtics are losing. And that's my number 1, the Denver Nuggets. Nobody's talking about the Nuggets enough. Nobody's talking about them enough. Nuggets are my number 1. They're still the if the Timberwolves didn't beat the Nuggets beat the Mavs. And then I think the Nuggets give the Celtics a tough run.
I'm just going to push back on the Timberwolves. I think, in a way...
The Mavericks remind me of the Oilers in a lot of ways. I don't know if I see them going all the way back.
To me, they don't, but they're... I'm glad they added Klay Thompson, because if they didn't, they'd probably be a 6 seed next year.
Probably.
And the Timberwolves. I think teams have figured how to... I think they figured out how to play them.
And how is that?
They began the playoffs in a hot streak. Even taking the Nuggets 3-0 right away. I think, was it 3-0 versus Nuggets?
Yeah, it was 3-0, I think.
3-0.
3 or 3-1, I forget.
Right. So they lost the next 4. No, they lost the next 3 and won the last one.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I think they lost 2.
So they're, after being 3-0 up against the Nuggets, they're 1-3. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Mavericks 1-5, 6?
5.
5. So they won just one more game, 2-7. 2-7 after being 3-0 up against the Nuggets.
Yep.
To me, that's horrific.
The Timberwolves are a great team, man.
I think they're a great team, but they're easy. Now people have played them. It's easy to guard them.
True.
There's adjustments in the NBA, and then you have to adjust the adjustment. And I don't see the Timberwolves adjusting to the adjustment simply because Rudy Gobert is not a stretch 5.
Yeah.
And it's hard to play that way again and be successful. All power to them rather than win the Nuggets, but I don't see that happening. I think they're a 5 seed next year, 4.
The Timberwolves are a 2 seed next year, or 3.
I can't see it.
I
think every year
they might.
turnover. I think the Pelicans might be 2 next year. I think the Lakers will be better. I think the Clippers will fall, maybe.
The Clippers are gonna fall.
I think the Mavericks might fall a bit. Well, they're already 6 seed, aren't they? But either way, I'm not a believer in the Timberwolves next year.
Okay, I am.
They'll be good.
I am a
they might reach the Western Conference Finals, but we don't know.
The Timberwolves' ceiling is winning the championship next year.
Their ceiling's making the NBA Finals, and they won't do that.
The Timberwolves are a championship contender next year.
They're considered contender, yeah.
Hey, we're already arguing enough.
But the top 5. We're talking top 5.
We're not talking top 5. Timberwolves are top 3.
For you.
For me.
For you.
Since we're already disagreeing, let's talk about the real thing that we were even arguing about before the podcast even began, and that's the NFL.
Let's talk about the NFL.
All right. Oh, you go first. I want to hear what you have to say. All
right, let's start. Let's do it.
Let's do it together.
Right.
Okay.
My number 5 is the Buffalo Bills.
My number 5 is the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, good. Okay, so
the Bills.
Would you say
the Bills' time is running out
right now?
It's either this year or next year or it's over.
So it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like the Astros being 5 and the Mavs being 5 for me. They're like, they have to do it now.
If they don't do it now,
Mavs
it's over.
have a few more years maybe, but the Astros, they're getting older. Altuve's not going to be at top of his game forever.
Yeah.
Let's stick to football. I just think the Bills, they have money issues, and they're going to have to clear some roster space for next year, and this is their year.
Our NFL predictions and college football predictions will be up soon, not like within a month. And we have a lot to talk about that, because what will this Bills team be like without Stephon Diggs? Will it be better or will it be worse? That's your best receiver, but it's also, it clears up a lot of traumatic things that were happening in the organization. Will they win the Super Bowl now that Stephon Diggs is gone, or will they miss the playoffs? We'll have a lot to figure out, won't we?
And it could be interesting. It could really turn bad for the Bills if they don't play well right off the gate. I mean,
and the division
are there.
And if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, they have a tougher division.
The Jets as well, yeah.
All right. Who's your number 4?
My number 4. You say it first. I have to say yours first.
You want me to say it first?
Yeah,
okay. My number 4 is the Cincinnati Bengals, unfortunately.
And my number 4 is their rivals, the Baltimore Ravens.
This is the argument we had. The Ravens are a contender, but they're not a true contender. They're a good team, but I don't see them winning anything they're like the Cowboys. Like, I just don't see it.
Yeah,
they're like the Maple Leafs. I don't see them actually doing it. The Ravens get all this hype, and then they raven it up in the playoffs.
Yeah, would you be surprised if the Cowboys finish with the best record in the NFL again?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I'd be surprised if they won 2 playoff games.
Yeah, exactly. But to me, the Ravens, this is probably their best roster.
It's their best roster.
In the Jackson years. But
they also got swept by my Pittsburgh Steelers last year. So the Ravens are the Ravens, and that'll never change. The Ravens had some good teams in the 2010s and 2000 whatever year when they won.
You got to be motivated to beat the Chiefs, and if you're not, man, oh my God, you have problems. I think Jackson's that guy, and I don't really like Lamar Jackson.
I don't see the Ravens being I don't see the Ravens making it to the AFC Championship next year. As for the Bengals, even without Joe Burrow, they still had a winning record.
They're good. They'll be in contention.
I think the Bengals have a great chance at winning the Super Bowl next year if they stay healthy. But also, I could see they're I forgot they're a boomer bust team.
Yeah.
The Bengals can make a run and go all the way to the Super Bowl and win, or they can go 7-10 and miss the playoffs. And I don't know which one I could.
What's their head coach's name? Do you still have him?
I forget his name.
I forget his name too, but I think I'm not a big believer in him. If Burrow gets a better coach, maybe.
I think
you have to be more disciplined as you.
The Bengals are the only team that can seem to beat the Chiefs.
Okay, fair.
So speaking of which, let's move on to number 3. Who is your number 3?
Number 3 was San Francisco 49ers.
My number 3 is the Detroit Lions.
Okay. So for me, the Niners are like, they'll win the division. Again, what to you is their missing piece? Because they're a perfect team.
Not being able to choke, probably. They are perfect.
Right, they are a perfect team.
There's not one complaint I can make about the Niners besides.
I have one complaint.
What's your complaint?
It's Brock Purdy. He'll get you through the regular
season.
He
won me fantasy games last year,
He'll get you through the regular season. But it's still out there whether or not he could lead a team to the Super Bowl and win, not just the Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
And if they had a better performance at quarterback in the Super Bowl, they would have beat the Chiefs.
True.
So that's my only complaint.
And on my
they might take a step back because naturally you never know. Yeah.
But on my end, the Detroit Lions, who should have beat the San Francisco in the the Lions
they should have been there.
Should have been in the Super Bowl, and the Lions should have won that Super Bowl. That was a great team.
Yeah.
It hurts because they had it.
Right.
They blew it. What was the lead? It was big.
It was big.
The Lions, and I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to talk about my NFL predictions yet. But the Lions,
exactly,
they're my number 3, and I think the Lions will be making another run this year.
Which is why they're my number 2.
There we go. My number 2 is the San Francisco 49ers.
A nice little flip-flop there.
Yep. I just have them at number 2 because they're the runner-up, and they seem to always just be that team in the NFC to beat.
Right. Okay.
And then I'm pretty sure we both know who the number 1 is. Mine's the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
Unfortunately. It's very unfortunate. It's getting really stale. I'm getting really tired. Like, it's at a point where I didn't even want to watch the Super Bowl last year because who cared about the Niners and the Chiefs again? I didn't care at all.
Okay. Yeah.
So, there's not really much we could even say about the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs. It's really bad.
They got a first-round talent at wide receiver too, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That Chiefs team last year was the worst Chiefs team we've seen in like 5 years.
And they still won.
And they won the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can we really do? That team was bad for weeks, and then they win the Super Bowl. The Lions would have beat them in the Super Bowl, I think.
They were bad, but then they fucking, I don't know, they just turned on a switch. Their defense played out of their minds. I don't understand it either. It's kind of like the Patriots dynasty. I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
I didn't understand. I wasn't a fan.
Didn't understand it. Like, how are we getting here and winning every time?
Must be nice.
I know, right?
Steelers are not on my top. Who'd you say your number 6 was? Like as an honorable mention.
Number 6. Probably. I want to be the wise guy and say the Jets.
Really?
Yeah, I want to be that guy and say the Jets. I hate the Jets with all my heart, but I think if not the Jets, it has to be the Dolphins. I'm trying to think, maybe do the Packers stay good?
I could see them taking a step back, but then being a great team the year after, like the Texans.
Right, exactly. That's why I don't have my Texans in my top 5. They will take a step back. Same with the Packers.
My number 6 is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jags are up there for me. That would probably be my number.
That was their step back last year.
Yeah, I think that would be my number 6 as well.
It's so weird having the Jags.
You convinced me with that one.
It's so weird having the Jags and the Lions in the top 6.
It's weird.
Look at that. Look at them. Look at they did their thing. They finally did it.
They finally got their team together.
So, you wanted to talk about the Champions League top 5.
Yes. Round off the sports because hey, MLS, get better.
I don't know a lot about the Champions League. I don't know. I'm sort of getting into
European football in general.
I'm getting more into the world of soccer. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. It was my first season watching Premier League last year.
Good. I love that.
Go Chelsea.
Go Chelsea.
So,
Psych.
So, all right, we'll go back and forth. I like that better. We should have done that for yours.
Okay.
You go first. Who's your number 5 in the Champions League?
My number 5 is Inter Milan. They're always a solid team. They blew out the Italian league by like a lot.
Yeah.
And I think they'll continue next year. This might be their best team, best shot at the Champions League next year. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I mean, they're good on defense. They're good on offense. And that's what you need.
Well, for me, I can't really give that much background information of my teams because I still don't know that much.
I'll help out with that.
For my number 5 is Atletico Madrid.
It's kind of similar to Inter Milan. Like, kind of like, very defensive team, but...
Inter Milan was on my number 7.
Okay.
So...
My number 4 is Arsenal.
Okay.
Because they are basically the next best thing to City in the Premier League. They are...
Except for Chelsea.
You never know. Maybe they somehow finish good, Predictions soon, I guess.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah. Arsenal are structured, good football. They tend to... The only problem is they reached the Champions League the first time in years last year.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time being good for multiple years in a while. Probably ever.
Yeah.
Since the 70s or 80s. I don't know. And... yeah, I mean, they have all they need to win it. And they're my number 4. There's nothing else to add except they're young and they're learning. Maybe they need more experience. Maybe they could have been 5th in my list, but they're 4.
My number 4 is Dortmund.
Oh, okay. No step back for that.
No step back for that?
Because they did make the final.
They did.
They did make the final. That's a team that tends to fall off the cliff and then rebuild again and be good and then fall off the cliff again. So this might be their year to fall off the cliff. But
hey, that's why I'm number 4.
That's why you're number. They're good.
I guess it worked out.
They're good. And I'd be surprised if they make it anywhere near again. Because it was kind of, everybody around the world will tell you they're lucky.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So who's your number 3?
Bayern München. Yes, shout out to Jakob.
My number 3 is Bayern Munich.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Perfect.
Please
explain why.
They're good.
They are good.
And did they make the final last year?
No.
They didn't. They made it to the semifinal.
Yeah.
And lost.
They
got cheated out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
I just pissed off somebody, but
yeah.
sorry.
I
don't know how they got cheated. I didn't watch it.
They're a good team. They got a new manager.
Mm-hmm.
They signed Michael Elise. Great.
Michael Elise.
Elise.
Yeah.
Not Elise. Elise.
Okay.
And I don't think they're selling anybody, which means they're running it back. And they're going to be good.
Okay. Number 2. Who's your number 2?
It's my favorite team, Manchester City.
My number 2 is Manchester City.
Stop it. No way.
It is.
Awesome. Perfect. I can't see us not making a run and at least making the semifinals this year. Barely lost to Real Madrid. It could have easily been the other way. Penalties are just luck. At some points there is luck, and we lost. And
you were not happy that day. I remember you were not happy that day.
I wasn't happy for probably a week.
Yeah.
We outplayed them. We just couldn't score.
Yeah.
I hope to solve that issue this year, and with a few signings in the next month.
Okay.
Be a better team.
And who's your number one?
Real Madrid.
Mine's also Real Madrid.
Yes.
We had the same top three.
Good.
Isn't it? My number 6 was Barcelona.
Okay. Fair. Yeah, Real Madrid are the juggernaut, and until proven otherwise, they will be the number one team to beat and contend. And that's the way soccer works, or football.
Football.
Sam, what's next?
All right, hold
so
on.
much sports talk, man.
I love sports, man. I'm so excited.
Sports.
We have so much to talk about soon. We have college football.
Who said we're done with sports?
Oh, I guess we're never done. I forgot.
Copa America and Euros 2024. If you are listening, please comment down below who's going to win it.
Canada. Hell yeah.
Okay, that's one matchup. Canada versus Argentina.
See, I just made all the Canadians happy and redeemed myself from episode 1.
Hell yeah, Canada. Argentina, Canada, one semifinal. The next semifinal is Uruguay versus Colombia.
I thought Uruguay already advanced to the final.
No, semifinal.
Oh, okay.
Last night. What was it last night?
It was today.
Last night.
Okay.
Yeah. What are your predictions?
So wait, who's the final four again?
Uruguay, Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina, Canada.
I think it's going to be Argentina against Uruguay.
I agree.
And I think Uruguay is going to win it all.
Whoa.
Yeah. You know, at first I was joking, but I think I'm being serious.
You know what? I'm going to...
Argentina's not going to win Copa America and the World Cup back-to-back. They're not going to do it. Give me Uruguay now.
I agree with that.
Uruguay.
Let's hope that happens.
I am Argentinian, though, so go Argentina.
I mean, it's hard to beat Argentina, but...
They have Messi. And
with a nice Uruguay game plan in the final, anything can happen. In the Euros, Final Four, Netherlands versus England. And then Spain versus France.
What happened to Denmark?
Denmark were eliminated.
So wait, who are the Final Four again? Okay. What are your
predictions?
I'll do it again because I don't know that much. So who is it again?
Netherlands, England. Spain, France.
It's going to be England, France.
Okay.
And France is going to win. They have Mbappe.
I'm going to go Netherlands, France.
Oh.
And France will win. I agree with France.
You think Netherlands?
Yes. I think England...
Is Netherlands that good?
England has been garbage. Hot garbage this tournament. Netherlands have been...
They're kind of like the Chiefs in a way.
Who? France?
England.
The Chiefs?
They're bad, and then they're good when they need to be.
No. England have not won anything in years.
They haven't?
Decades.
Actually?
Almost like 40 years.
I thought England was like a dynasty for some reason. I don't know much.
Not at all. Netherlands are a steady team, well coached, good players. I'm going to take them to go to the final. France, Spain. Spain gave it all they got. They're having their tournament so far. Best team in the tournament. But France have quality.
Okay.
And they'll win. And then France will beat Netherlands like in a blowout probably. Like 3-0.
Okay.
And that's my prediction for Copa America and Euros.
This is kind of unrelated, but did you see like the American football tournament and America lost to Japan and Austria?
When?
Like last week?
Olympics?
No, like in a
qualifiers?
I don't know what it's for, but it's some tournament.
Yeah.
But America lost.
To what? To Japan?
To Japan by double the points. In their own sport. But America didn't send their like actual like best players. Apparently their quarterback is the best.
We're talking football.
American like football.
Oh,
no, I'm talking about American football.
Actually,
they sent their back. Apparently, the starting quarterback for America's team in this tournament is the backup quarterback at Florida Atlantic University.
Wow, Backup quarterback, not even the starter quarterback.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. This is America's sport. You would think they would send.
Their best.
Do you think they would send Justin Jefferson and Patrick Mahomes and everybody? But they didn't.
Wow. Wait, is football an Olympic sport?
It is going to be soon. And I think that's when they're going to send everybody.
Okay.
Next I think it's this Olympics.
Well, they're not sending anybody, right?
I think that. Wait, when's the next Olympics? Next year?
No. This month.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was this year.
Yeah, it's this month.
We're going to talk about the Olympics.
Team USA.
I love the Olympics.
Good.
Oh my gosh, we can predict the Olympics, kind of.
In a way.
What team's going to have the... We'll do it right now. What team's going to have the most gold medals at the end?
USA. And not biased at all.
I'm going with their ops. I'm going with Russia.
Soviet Union.
Wait, is Russia even in it?
I don't know. Soviet Union, though, right?
Yeah.
USSR.
Yeah, it's my prediction.
The ops.
I'm pretty sure Russia's in it, but they don't have the actual Russian name.
Right.
But I might be completely wrong. I don't study the Olympics. If not Russia, China.
Fair. They might be good.
USA is going to be USA is going to be third.
Okay. Fair.
We'll talk more about that when the time comes. When does it start?
I think end of July.
Okay.
You know.
Moving on to our next topic, not sports related. We wanted to talk about this. We wanted to talk a little bit more about some music.
Okay.
And inspired by the Instagram account Rap Bars with 3 Z's, we have 2 rap-related questions, and we also have a rock-related question.
Okay.
So, Alex, who are your big 3 rappers from the 2010s?
I've been thinking about this.
Let's do it back and back. Okay, who's your number 3?
Kendrick Lamar.
My number 3 is also Kendrick Lamar. He has bangers. He has classics.
Now this is where. So I watched that video. Now I'm going to change my answer.
Kendrick Lamar has classics, and you can't deny that. To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn.
Classics.
Good Kid, Mad City. You can't deny it. He's truly an icon. And who's your number? Oh, do you want me to go?
No.
Okay, you go.
I should go because. So the video had J. Cole.
Yes, it did.
And it could have easily been top 3.
He easily could have.
But, you know, looking back at Kanye's discography, the 2010s, for me at least, personally, Kanye also did really well.
He did.
And, yeah, J. Cole, in terms of being a good artist, is literally
in my opinion, you hear, at least where we grew up, you hear a lot more people who listen to Kanye than J. Cole.
Right, and that's a factor. I'm not a huge. Well, I don't even listen to Kendrick Lamar that much.
Neither do I, but you can't deny because Kendrick, like that style of hip hop is not me.
You can't deny that.
Like Suicide Boys is my favorite artist. I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar that much, but you can't deny his excellence in the art.
Exactly, and that's what J. Cole. If he had more quantity, maybe, because he does have the quality, obviously. Mm-hmm. I think he
did fuck a girl from his math class, though.
Yeah, he did. He sure did. And yeah, Kanye's my number 2. How about you?
You'll never guess. My number 2 is also Kanye West. Yes.
Perfect.
We both snubbed out J. Cole because we both know who's your number 1. Drake. It's not. And it's because I don't think Drake is the best artist from the 2010s, but he had the most songs you would hear. He had the most. Mm-hmm. He had the most successful 2010s. He's not the best artist from the 2010s. He is the most successful, and he had the most hits. Every month you'd hear a new fucking Drake song talking about his penis and women. I mean, it was
that's awesome.
Especially nowadays.
So relatable.
Hey guys, I showed my dick online. Here's a new song. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does.
Here's a new album. here's a new rap battle.
Fuck Kendrick Lamar. Here's my dick.
Here's new beef.
Oh, he called me a pedophile. I want to get off.
Did you see his latest picture?
Of his dick? No.
What the No, at the white party, whatever, and Fanatics.
Bro, that shit's gotta be a ritual. That shit's gotta be. Why was Livy Dunn there? Was she risen in Ohio? Hell yeah.
Is Baby Gronk there as well?
Fuck if I knew, probably. No, that shit's definitely a ritual. I'm saying it right now.
Okay. We love those artists, though. Most.
Camila Cabello was there.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I think it was a ritual. I'm just saying. I could be wrong.
The ritual talks, man.
It could be.
I love most of those people there. And if you are in a ritual, then wow. But anyway, did you see the Drake's picture?
I didn't.
He looked like he aged 10 years.
Actually?
Yeah.
Kendrick got him stressed.
And the comments are like, yeah, Kendrick did that to you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He does look bad.
I doubt it's actually a ritual. I don't know. I'm conspiracy theorist, so it could be, but I doubt.
Invite us.
No, don't invite us.
Invite us.
No, please don't.
I want to see what's going on.
I don't want to know what's going on. I'm really good. You know what I'm saying?
Good?
I'm good off that.
You're good.
I don't want to be invited.
You're good back home.
Hello, you're invited to the white party. No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'd rather be staying at home playing Fortnite. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, and so yeah, that's our top 3 rappers. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the people at the white party. I'm not saying they're
awesome.
I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying that Hollywood's a bad place. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood is a bad place. But I'm not saying they're bad people because I love them. I love Drewski, love Camila Cabello, and all of them. I like most of them. They're all cool.
Camila Cabello,
okay. Who's your big 3 Lil rappers? Starting with Lil. Let's start off with number 3.
Number 3.
I'm biased on this list, but who's your number 3?
Lil Peep.
My number 3 is Lil Uzi.
Okay. My number 2 is Lil Uzi.
My number 2 is Lil Peep. Okay.
My number 1's Lil Wayne.
My number 1 is Lil Wayne.
What the Lils, eh?
Lil Wayne started the Lil Wave. Lil Uzi has a lot of bangers, but the past few years, everybody eventually gets to a point where it's not 2016 anymore. It's not 2017
That's
anymore.
prime Uzi. Don't come at me.
Rest in peace, Lil Peep. His music obviously isn't as high quality as a lot of people, but his songs have a lot of meaning, and I love his songs. Lil Peep's my number 2 artist of all time on Spotify. I love him. He has a lot of relatable shit, which I love.
Yeah, to me, I don't listen to him at all. But I know there's fans out there, a lot of fans, and that's why they're number 3.
Exactly, and out of all the rappers who have passed away, his mom has handled it the best out of anybody.
That's awesome.
Okay.
It's real good talk.
Stepping away from the rap scene, you and I wanted to do your top 5 top 5 rock bands of all time.
Top 5 rock bands of all time.
So you're the rock guy. I like rock though.
I love rock.
Who's your number 5?
Are we doing personal or?
I have 4 favorites, and I have my number 5 is one that I don't listen to, but you can't deny their excellence in the game.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna do the exact same thing, kind of like a mixture. My number 5, probably AC/DC, because of the name.
My number 5 is Metallica.
Okay, that's my number 4.
My number 4 is the Smashing Pumpkins.
Wow, there's no way you just guessed my number 3. There's no way.
I just did. Out of all the rock fans.
Good. I like that.
My number 3 is Slipknot.
My number 2 is Nirvana.
My number 2 is Radiohead.
No, Radiohead's pretty high. Number 1, the Beatles.
My number 1's Nirvana.
Nirvana's number 1.
Yes.
Okay, good. At least they're out there.
I thought Arctic Monkeys was gonna be in your top 5.
I had to put AC/DC in. I could have said Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's
honorable mentions that I didn't get to say. Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, all personal favorites. But I had to sneak in AC/DC
on my honorable mentions, you have Arctic Monkeys, Linkin Park, Foo Fighters, Alice in Chains,
Green Day,
Korn, Green Day, Blink 182.
Blink 182.
There's a lot of Beatles. I don't listen to Beatles or AC/DC. That's the only. Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd's good.
Pink Floyd's amazing.
Kings of Leon.
Led Zeppelin.
Kings of Leon. Hey.
Led Zeppelin. Kings of Leon. There's one more. 2 more. Audio Slave and Soundgarden. Rest in peace to Chris Cornell.
I don't listen to
My favorite singer of all time. Chris Cornell. Search him up if you don't know him.
We have a lot of similarities there. You don't have Radiohead in your top 5 though.
Radiohead's up there for me. I couldn't do it.
Radiohead's my second favorite of all time.
I had to mix in personal favorites.
Radiohead might be my favorite of all time, but Nirvana's my second favorite of all time. But they have more of an inspiration. So I was like, all right, they have the grunge scene.
Yep.
I'll put Nirvana number 1 because of how Radiohead's my favorite. Nirvana is the most iconic and my second favorite. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Slipknot is the first ever. I was in kindergarten, and the first ever song I listened to was the mashup of Justin Bieber's Baby and Slipknot's Psychosocial. And that's how I got into music.
Wow.
That is the first thing I ever listened to, and I can call back to that. It's because my Minecraft was updated, and I was like, I'm going to go on YouTube. That's when they added Ocelots to Minecraft, and I went on YouTube, and I was like, what is this? And Slipknot wears those cool masks. So I was like, okay, what is this? And I was like, wow, I hated Justin Bieber as a kid, because obviously every kid did, but now he's cool. But like at that point, I was like, okay, what is this? And I still listen to it sometimes. It's really hard. Love Baby by Justin Bieber is an awesome song, and Psychosocial by Slipknot's an awesome song, and I love Slipknot now. I am wearing a Slipknot shirt as we do this.
He is wearing a Slipknot shirt.
You don't like Slipknot, though. They scare you.
They scare me. And I've listened to a few songs, I really haven't vibed with it, so maybe I need to listen a little more.
The Smashing Pumpkins are awesome. They're cool.
Absolutely.
They're kind of like Fortnite.
Absolutely.
And Metallica is like AC/DC. Metallica
and AC/DC. I don't listen to them much.
I don't listen to them much, but you can't deny that's dad rock right there, man.
So you were speaking of kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
And I have kind of like a sad music story with kindergarten.
Oh, I can't wait to be sad. Tell me.
It's a bit sad because kindergarten, not to reveal my age or anything, but I was...
You already said how old you were.
Okay. Well, it was 2009. Let's just say that. 2009, I was really into Michael Jackson. Extremely into.
That's the perfect age to be into him, I mean.
Anyway.
He would have been into you too, I mean.
Wow. Anyway, so I used to watch his music videos all the time.
Uh-huh.
Michael Jackson was my favorite artist.
Yeah.
And then one day I was going to Florida for a trip.
Oh, yeah?
We stop at a gas station. It was this morning. The newspaper says, King of Pop dead.
I remember seeing that. I think I was in Florida.
Really?
I actually think I was in Florida.
In a gas station, you see like a fucking newspaper?
Yes.
That's a coincidence then.
There's no way. I think I was either in Florida or Jersey Shore. It was one of them. But I was in a gas station. I saw the paper.
I was in Florida.
I was like,
in Orlando.
I was like, who the hell is that?
Yeah. Who's Michael Jackson?
I didn't know.
You might like him.
My best friend growing up in kindergarten, he liked Michael Jackson a lot, so I knew a lot about him then.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like, I'm sure you know the feeling, but at that age, having your favorite artist kind of just die.
Yeah, that's what happened to me when I first started getting into rap in 2017. X was my favorite artist at first, and then he's dead, and then Lil Peep's dead, and I didn't listen to Juice WRLD that much, but he died.
Yes.
It's kind of like X was my Michael Jackson in a way, not as much. Not as.
It was traumatic for me.
It fucking sucked. It took me, and I was going through my cringy years of life, so I was like posting corny bullshit, which I bet you remember. I hated that shit. Now looking back on it, but it's like, especially
Spider-Man.
Especially nowadays, I can't even look back. Especially, I still love X, but I can't listen to his shit anymore because of little like Bart Simpson edit kids. But growing up, X was my favorite in 2017 when him and Lil Pump and 6ix9ine were like the hot shit then, and that's what I listened to. And then X died, and I was like, fuck, and I was really depressed. Like June 18th, I was really depressed, and I was really depressed.
The day.
I was really depressed. I was really thinking about that day. I was like, I gotta go see him in concert one day, and then that didn't happen, and I was really fucking depressed for a while. And I think it's sad that we can both relate to that. Our favorite artists passing away, but then we eventually grow up a little bit more and we listen to new things, but we still hold that feeling. Like I still love X. I still listen to X at least once every few days.
Yeah.
And it's like a part of us died, but hey, legacies live on.
Exactly. Here we go. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Shout out Lincoln Rhett and shout out Pop Smoke. I liked Pop Smoke a lot, actually. I don't like that kind of music that much, but Pop Smoke I do like. Rest in peace to him, and I wish his label handled it a little bit better.
Yeah, true.
Hey, speaking of kindergarten, let's talk about fruit. We all ate fruit. Me and Alex came up with this genius idea to tier list something different. We wanted to do something that we could all relate to, and we've all eaten fruit. And if you haven't, then, I don't know what to say. Because how are you, however old, unless you're like a month old, and why the fuck are you watching this? You've all had fruit. So, we went on Tier Maker, and we made a tier list of fruit that we've had, because we're like, why not? Let's do something different.
Let's do something different, exactly.
first off, there's a lot of fruit that I've never had. I'm not going to go into all of them because there's a lot, but it made me realize like there's so much natural shit out there in the world that we've just never had. And I feel like before summer ends, we have to try a lot of new fruits because like, especially like a lot of them you don't like see like candy or shit flavored after. So like, are they good? Are they bad? We'll never know. We have to try them. And I feel like we got to do that soon. I heard rambutan's great from Good Mythical Morning, so hey, let's do that. So
I do want to try blood orange though.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Let's go to my F tier.
Okay.
My F tier consists of 2 fruits: the grapefruit, and the worst fruit I've ever had is the blood orange.
My F tier is grapefruit and raisins.
Yeah, you're the worst. Why the fuck would you put raisins in the worst?
I fucking despise raisins.
Raisins are awesome. You're gonna be pissed off at my raisins, Rain. But I don't know. I hate grapefruit, but I hate blood orange even more. I had a blood orange drink once and I spit it out immediately. It's too bitter. I hate bitter. I think it's just why I don't like bitter. Mm-hmm. So my D tier is only 1 fruit, and that's the star. And that's just the star fruit. It's not my least favorite, but it wasn't good.
Okay, I have quite a few in D tier. I have a date, pear.
I've never had a date. Pears are mid. Like they don't really taste like much.
I don't like cherries. I should though.
Cherries are good.
Because I like anything cherry flavored. Why can't I like the actual fruit?
That's weird.
Cranberry. Oh. Dragon fruit. Only had it once. Maybe a bad experience. Lemon. Why would you eat a lemon? Lime. Same thing. It's kind of like, lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple. Just because people like it on pizza. That's why.
Pineapple on pizza is fucking
That's
good.
Why.
Pineapple on pizza is good, asshole. It's really good. It's really good.
Dylan, is it good?
Personally, no.
Good.
I don't like it.
I love pineapple on pizza.
No,
pineapple on pizza is really good.
Not happening. And plum.
Really? Plums are awesome.
I've had probably a bad plum then.
Okay.
I only had it once, so you never know.
I'm in my C tier, which is the mid tier. Green apple, apricot, cantaloupe, cranberry, pear, and honeydew. All in my mid tier because there's not really much. I wouldn't go out and I wouldn't be like, "Hey, do you guys have cranberries?" I wouldn't be like that. But if it's in front of me and if it's like a fruit basket and there's fruit, I'll be like, "Okay, sure, I'll eat that." But I'm not gonna go out of my way to have it.
I wouldn't go out of my way and say, "Do you have cantaloupe?"
Me either. Exactly. I feel like cantaloupe is a very overrated fruit. It's not my favorite.
Coconut is as well for me. Is very good.
L.
And
how are you tropical and you don't like? How are you
boy.
tropical and don't like coconut?
I grew up here, buddy. So get your facts straight.
But you go to your
sometimes.
Home country sometimes.
Kiwi. I used to like it. Maybe that's why I had too much now. I don't like it.
Kiwi's awesome.
Nectarine.
Never had it.
Peach. Mid. Pomegranate. Ugh. Not really good, but it's mid. Starfruit. Had it once. And sour cherry. I think those are better than regular cherries.
Never had a sour cherry.
So.
My B tier. The good but not great. There's only 3.
Only 3 fruit. Very good.
Cherry, passion fruit, and tangerine.
I have a very large B tier.
I like passion fruit a lot. Very sweet. Cherries are good. They're classic. And tangerines are pretty chill.
Green apple for me. Start the good tier. Apricot. Banana. It's good. Blueberry. Good. Red grapes and white grapes. Good.
How the fuck do you have grapes in B, asshole?
What the fuck?
I'm sorry, that made me mad. I'm really upset.
Why?
Because grapes are the best. How do you have raisins in F?
Dylan explained it really well. It's too sweet.
He's a loser, and he likes grapefruit and blood orange. I'm like talking shit about blood orange. He's over here whispering, I like that. It's really good. No, it's not good.
It is, though.
It's not good at all.
Orange.
All right. A tier.
Strawberry.
Never mind.
Strawberry. Watermelon. And guava.
You make me really upset sometimes.
Sorry.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
On to my A tier, which has the most fruit out of the entire list. Number 1, a red apple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go out of my way to have an apple, but apple's a classic. You can put it below an A. Because you can put like apple pie, apple juice, apple cider. But I would never be like, hey, hand me that apple. I would never do that. Caramel apples.
I would.
Not my favorite. Blackberry, A.
Okay.
Blueberry, A. Kiwi, A. lemon, A.
Lemon.
Lime, A.
Why?
They're
You
good.
just eat them?
I don't just eat them, but
That's what I'm saying.
it's their purpose. They do what they need to do. They're chill. They're chill like
just
that.
for juice. I mean,
It's
they're S.
they do what they
produce good
need.
stuff.
They need to do what they do. And I like sucking the lemons and limes sometimes, if you know what I'm saying. Not like that, but like you know what I mean.
I'm trying to.
You ever just put the lemon in between your teeth
Okay.
and the limes, like make a smiley face? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that, Dylan. And then mango's an A, orange is an A, peach is an A, pineapple's an A, plum's an A, pomegranate's an A, strawberry's an A,
Wow.
and raisins are an A.
You know, I think you like way too many fruit.
I do like fruit. I'm a natural, healthy guy sometimes.
Okay.
Except when I go to Wawa. But
Many people that are listening probably don't know what Wawa is.
they don't.
Search it up.
It's pretty chill like that.
Pretty chill.
Raisins are good, asshole. So raisins are my A.
Oh, shut it. You're done?
I'm done with that.
Okay. Red apple's an A for me as well.
Okay.
Avocado, blackberry, mango, tangerine, and honeydew. Honeydew, and I've had great.
Honeydew an A.
I've had great experience.
It's just cantaloupe but green,
No, it's
man.
Better. It's better. It's real bad.
Dylan, it's good.
Much better.
It's good, Dylan. I don't know. I don't care. You know why? Because you said you like blood orange. He's the worst.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
No, I'm kidding, Dylan. I love you and I respect your opinion.
Dylan, sometimes we don't agree with what you like, but you know, we love you.
We do love you. You're chill like that.
Especially after that experience you had.
Yeah. Let's not get into that.
Let's not. What's your S, buddy?
My S. Starting off with my S tier, which is the best tier. Avocado.
Okay.
Banana. Coconut. Dragon fruit. Red grapes. White grapes. Raspberry. And watermelon.
Okay.
Fuck you. You have most of my fruits not in the S. Let's hear what you have to say.
Shout out to all my Mexicans. Papaya, baby. Only grown in Mexico.
I've never had a papaya, but shout out to Mexico.
That's one.
Hell yeah.
That's my S right there. And raspberry. And based on my favorite song ever, passion fruit. That's my favorite fruit.
But where'd you have banana?
B.
Okay.
It should be A. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Bananas are great.
Yeah. But yeah, it's my list.
If you asked me like 10 years ago, I would have had banana in F.
Really?
But I grew to love bananas.
If you would have told me 10 years ago, I would have kiwi at S.
True.
So a lot of things change, you know.
10 years ago, yeah, avocado. Avocado's amazing. I don't know how it's fruit, but it is, I guess.
Yeah.
So that was a cool little thing to talk about, I think. I feel like we should let the audience let us know how they feel about it, because if they like it, guess what? We'll rank other things. We can talk more about random shit. We can talk about cereal. We can talk about anything. We can go
favorite actors.
We can go on Tier Maker.
Right, Dylan?
We can go on
favorite actors.
We can go on. My favorite actor is Autumn Falls. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I wasn't talking about that, buddy.
Oh,
I was talking about like actors, like Sydney Sweeney.
I like Adam Sandler.
You saved yourself with that one.
Wait, I don't get it. Explain that one after the podcast. But yeah, so I feel like we should let the audience let us
Wait,
know.
what movie does Autumn Falls? Is it what movies are you on? Is it good? Should I watch it? Is it like action?
Depends on what
drama
mood.
Or whatever?
Depends on what your mood you're in. I mean,
oh really? So it's kind of like a rom-com kind of thing.
Kind of.
Okay.
More rom.
Oh.
The act.
I like the calm as well.
Yeah. There's some calm. There's more rom than calm, but there is calm, if you know what I'm talking about.
Actually.
Shout out Adam.
Oh.
Shout out Autumn Falls. Shout out Adam. Shout out everyone.
Shout out the function.
Hey.
What episode has this been?
It's a party.
It's awesome.
They'll let us know what they like. We can rank anything. Whether they give us suggestions or not. If they don't, we'll find some bullshit and we'll do that. There's cereal, there's veggies, cheese. I don't care. I'll rank anything, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was awesome.
My name's Sam.
I'm Alex.
And we'll be back for episode 6 later this week.
Hell yeah. Let's go.